What's up, YouTube? This is Albert Aldridge, AA Fitness, your nutrition coach, and welcome back to another video. And I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and are going to have a brilliant new year and a great 2025. I am treating you today with this video because you are seeing some annual Christmassy fun games that myself and a lady I train called Paula, who's a legend, we do together. And then I'm going to show you the workout that I've been doing at the CrossFit gym before, some CrossFit nutrition. So first of all, this workout, let's say we were doing, was trying to keep the balloon in the air whilst kneeling, keeping the balloon up in the air and doing a cup stack. And I believe that I won this one, but we did a few rounds of it. So that was the first event, let's say, cup stacking whilst keeping a balloon in the air. Second workout, let's say, of this one. We'd had to do this across 2 sessions because there were just so many fun games to do. Paula was brilliant to put them all together. So blindfolded marshmallows into a bowl with 2 spatulas. But I don't know if you saw, but Paula actually moved a load of the marshmallows to the side. So I think that she should forfeit this game and that I should win this automatically because of her cheating, because I had no idea. And then Paula did it with a bag on her head because we didn't have any other blindfold. And she absolutely smashed this one. So in the grand scheme of things, Paula won this game, but I still want to protest and say that she cheated. But it was great fun. And all these games actually we got from Instagram Reels. So if you guys ever need games for Christmas or birthdays, just go on Instagram. And it's a brilliant way of being able to come up with some cool ideas. Third event was cookie or any food of choice on the face and then trying to get it into the mouth without touching with your hands. For some reason, I was really talented at this one, but I was quite surprised because it's not something that I've ever practiced before. Then next, we're doing tights on the head with a massage ball at the end of it. And then what you do is try and rock it from side to side and knock over the cups as quickly as possible. When you get the hang of it, it's really good and you can do 1 cup with every swing. But I sometimes went a little bit crazy, bounced the ball on the floor, and then it was going everywhere. So I needed to kind of have a bit more control with that. But practice makes perfect. And then we were playing around with the balloons, and I was making myself have really big biceps wearing the tights, just like Popeye. And I think I look quite good with prosthetic biceps, abnormally large, absolutely. And then we're just having a little play around with the balloons. And I feel like that I could be the next fitness model on Instagram. But anyway, we did about 8 to 9 different events, let's call them, but I didn't record all of them. I believe this is the last one I recorded. This was quite a lot of technique to this one. So biscuits attached to string. So you had to put your foot in the first one to try and elevate the donut to make sure you could get it into your mouth. And then try and be the most creative at getting the biscuits in your mouth. Try to keep your legs elevated on the floor, or at least 1 or 2 parts of your body attached to the pull-up bar. So what I decided to do for one of the hanging biscuits is try and go right to the top and then hang from there, just using my legs to try and hang from it and then get to the biscuit. I thought I did quite a good job, but there was a point where I thought I was going to come over with the whole thing. But you might be wondering, how is this beneficial to the body? It's very beneficial at making you get into shape because you're consuming Christmassy food. Yeah. This is just a little snippet of what we had on Christmas Day. So stuffing in the form of a meatball, cheesy parsnips from Mum, amazing, roast potatoes, red cabbage, turkey, roasted vegetables. It was a brilliant Christmas Day. Hope you guys, and that's pierogi, so a Polish delicacy at Christmas, and this was a dog that we were looking after. It was absolutely brilliant, had a really great time, and hope you guys did too. Finally, the workout we're moving on to is the one I did just yesterday, actually, Saturday at Horsham CrossFit. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, but you're with a partner. So 30 seconds on the Echo bike, all out, but we were kind of taking it slightly easy. I was with the legend, Chloe Halsey, what an absolute legend. So I did 30 seconds on the Echo, then she did 30 seconds on the Echo. Then I did my 30 seconds of handstand push-ups, doing about 12 reps, but I'm quite a lordotic athlete, so I'm trying to improve on that. I mean, it's not that bad, but I'd rather just be a lot straighter with my handstand push-ups, if I'm honest. And then she did her 30 seconds of handstand push-ups, and she's really progressed as an athlete, of watching her progress across the years, doing really, really well. So you did 30 seconds echo each, 30 seconds handstand push-ups each. That's 2 minutes, and you did that for 4 rounds, 8 minutes, then a 1 minute rest. And then the same format with other exercises. So the second couplet, let's say, was rowing for 30 seconds each, and then pull-ups for 30 seconds each. But you might be wondering, why isn't it a strict pull-up? I can do strict pull-ups, but this is what we have to use in CrossFit, because it's trying to complete a workout as quick as possible requires you to try and do the butterfly pull-up, because that's the quickest form of pull-up. So it's going from complete arm extension below the bar to getting your chin above the bar. And I can do 25, I think, strict pull-ups with a pause at the bottom in a row. And that's what I always recommend somebody to do. If you're not able to do CrossFit movements, get strong at strict movements first before then progressing on to the kipping stuff. Because CrossFit's a sport. It's not bodybuilding. It does improve your body, but I think people quite wrongly accuse CrossFit of bad form, but it's a sport. It's like with rugby, and you do, different types of tackles. CrossFit does different types of movements because it's a sport. You're trying to compete in fitness to win. So strict pull-ups is not going to be the fastest compared to a butterfly pull-up. But anyway, the next couplet, toes to bar and C2 bike. The C2 bike is like a seated bike, like a fitnessy bike, but a better one, I'd say, than the ones that you see in spin classes, because it's by Concept 2 and you're using the air fan as resistance, and then toes to bar in between. I was getting about 16 toes to bar per round in the 30 seconds that I was working, which was good. And then my camera didn't record the fourth couplet, which I thought it did. And what that was the ski erg, 30 seconds each. And then you did 30 seconds of burpee box jump overs. And I was doing about 8 in 30 seconds. I could have done 9 or 10 if I went a bit quicker, but it was getting a bit tiring at that point. And I just wanted to enjoy it as well. I had a great time with Chloe. It was a brilliant workout. Definitely give this one a try. So it's 8 minutes of work, 1 minute of rest. And then you do that for 4 rounds. So 9, 18, 27, 36 minutes in total. But we're preparing for the CrossFit Open. That's going to be happening in late February. I'm not entirely sure that I'm doing it because I'm going to be in Poland getting prepped for my wedding, which is going to be awesome. But still going to be training for it. Still training for other competitions that are happening this year. Always have enjoyed training and always will. And that's what you need to do. You need to make sure that training is fun and make sure that you enjoy it, so you keep doing it and just make it a habit. So finally, to end off this video, we're going to talk about CrossFit nutrition for men and women. And I'm going to give you 3 main points. Now, I'm not talking about fat loss or anything. I'm literally talking about the application of nutrition to CrossFit performance. So my first thing for you is to make sure that you work out the calories you need to maintain your weight, and you're probably going to be able to increase that calorie intake a little bit more, because with your CrossFit training, you're going to be burning a lot of calories. And what I'm assuming with your CrossFit training is that you're doing CrossFit WODs and strength training alongside bodybuilding training, because I always recommend people to do bodybuilding training alongside CrossFit, because it helps just to build muscle but also protect your joints for the sport of CrossFit. So make sure that you're eating in probably an excess of calories, because you're still going to probably maintain your weight, because your training is going to be that bit more than somebody who's just doing bodybuilding. Then my second point is that you should be making sure you get enough protein in. So you can get that from lean protein sources such as eggs, from Greek yogurt, from different types of meats. But if you're vegetarian, you might have to choose some different options. But make sure you get your protein intake in, even from protein powders. I like including that, especially mixing some protein powder up with Greek yogurt. That's one of my favourite recipes to do. I like doing that from time to time, but at the moment I'm enjoying whole milk with my creatine and with my protein powder as well. So make sure that you have enough protein, and that is going to be about 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of your body weight. So if you're somebody who weighs about 70 kilos, that's roughly 154 pounds, make sure that you try and get between 130 grams to 154 grams of protein in a day. That's just to give you one example. And then my third point is make sure that you have a look at the types of foods that you're having. So I'd recommend having a higher sugar content of food close to your training, so you get a good energy spike, such as a banana, such as some like low calorie sweets or something. High sugar gives you a hit of energy, but before that, 2 to 3 hours before, you should be getting in your complex carbohydrates, your lean protein sources. So a complex carbohydrate is going to be slow released across a few hours, so you're going to have sustained energy. And then also I'd recommend including an intra workout, so a little, like a few sweets, a few gummies again, just to keep your energy high. But you just don't want a complex carbohydrate during a workout, otherwise that's going to make you feel quite full. Something that's fast digesting, high sugar. So the complex carbohydrates with the lean protein sources and vegetables 2 to 3 hours before the workout, and a good meal like that afterwards, but having high sugary stuff right before the workout, say 20 to 30 minutes before and during the workout. So 70 to 80% of the time having lean protein sources, healthy food choices. But I don't like to say healthy food choices like other things are not healthy. You should be able to have a flexible diet, so you can include everything into your diet like wine and alcohol, but just have the, let's say, more unhealthy stuff like wine, alcohol, chocolate cakes 20 to 30% of the time. So 70 to 80% of the time, lean protein sources, complex carbohydrates, vegetables, etc. Then 20 to 30% of the time, the more treat foods. Hope that helps, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, comment, and I'll see you in my next video.